Happy Hump Day! Gari Talks. It's me, Gary. I wanted to talk today about something that I realized. What is the same in monogamous and polyamorous relationships? What could it be? It just randomly hit me. I was like, honestly, polyamory and monogamy refers to the ways in which we choose to relate to people romantically, right? So monogamy is based upon exclusion, like exclusionary practices of just you and me in this together. That is the contract that we enter into when we are monogamous. That means that's varying levels, right? For some people, you can look at other people and it's not that big a deal. For other people, it's not a big, like, you can't do that. Texting other people of other genders, like, it's rules that people negotiate. I think the thing with monogamy is we don't, and most people who are in monogamy, because it's the default, we don't really take the time to negotiate what we want, what the contract looks like for us, what is appropriate, what is inappropriate, and it kind of goes off of just expectations. And I think that's also what has led to this, like, because it's not that we live in a polyamorous society. We live in a society, like a hookup culture, right? Or we did. Now I don't know. I haven't been out and about, so I can't say what the culture is like. But I know it when I was in college. So I'm talking like 2012 through the time I was in Miami. So like through 2008, 17, 18, like, we've been in a hookup culture where, like, people want to relate to each other more casually because they don't want, because a lot of the time is like putting labels ends up becoming exclusionary. We end up just being here. It's just us two, insular. You can't direct your attention anywhere else. And we feel very, like, tied down by that a lot of the time, in regards to commitment. That's like the feeling I think around monogamy, like good and bad, or like not necessarily good and bad, but what it is and also how it kind of plays out. With polyamory, you're choosing to be in relation to people at varying levels. Not always sexual. It can just be intimate friendships, right? It could be just varying levels of intimacy, with other people. And you can be like solo. This is things I'm learning. You could be by yourself as a polyamorous person into the world, such as myself. Or you could be, not exactly. We gotta figure these details, because this is the point that I'm coming to, essentially. So take back that solo part, but you can be an individual going to engage in a lot of relationships on their own. You can be partnered with somebody in like a primary partnership or whatever partnership y'all have, and then you all do the things together with the other people. Sometimes they're together because I think Tinder has also created this thing of everyone being like looking for unicorns and shit, but that's also like kind of, it's not necessarily polyamory, but it could be, there's forms of non-monogamy. And I feel like it's not fair to lump polyamory and non-monogamy, and that's also my bad. I'm gonna actually be more cautious or more conscious of when I'm saying that, because what I'm referencing is also non-monogamy. There are varying levels. Let's just reference it that way. I'm saying that the thing that is the same between monogamy and non-monogamy, and this is the point that I am coming to, and that's what I was trying to say with the solo thing, is like, in it always, you are an individual. You are your own individual first, actually, always. All the other stuff with the other people is added on. The first relationship, like, that's why I had this thought once, like, every relationship, every single person who is in a relationship is in a polyamorous relationship, because you are first in relation to yourself. First in relationship to yourself. How do you love yourself? Do you love yourself? I've had some really hard fucking gut checks recently about my love for myself. And a friend of mine, Charlie, said a beautiful thing, which is like, I love myself and I love loving myself, and I want you to take part in me loving myself, a la Eartha Kitt. Like, be here for the experience, and I want to take part in you loving yourself. And like, we can love ourselves together and love each other. Versus like, I don't love myself, so I'm using your love to supplement the love that I don't have. And you also don't really love yourself, so you're giving me love, and you're also taking the love that I have for you, but not generating your own. You feel what I'm saying? So it's just, regardless of your relationship style, monogamous, non-monogamous, polyamorous, open, closed. I don't know however you choose to decide to relate to other people. The first relationship really is within and is with yourself, and that's why it's so important to really. And I'm so honored for this opportunity right now in my life to be with myself. It feels really good to be not attached to anybody. To be releasing those attachments and letting relationships just be what they are. Had some really, I've been alluding to, I've been having some relationship ups and downs, ebbs and flows, and we've come to a nice space of just like letting each other rock. I think that's the easiest way to say it. Letting each other truly rock. And I think we have such limited terms in our understanding of relationships. So we would say break up or like end the relationship, but really it's just a transition. It's a changing of the relationship. And yeah. So